New Mexico. Also known as the Land of Enchantment, the state is full of diverse locales. It seems like filmmakers have taken notice, and now we're getting a surge of people that just want to shoot their film in this state. There have been a lot of good ones and a lot of bad ones. But today we're here to celebrate the top 10 films that were shot in the state of New Mexico. I know we have a top 5 list somewhere on our website, but that was made by a guy who doesn't really have any sort of taste in film. Now, come on, are you gonna trust that guy? Or are you gonna trust me? For the people that actually know me, don't answer that question. So let's count down with our list of the top 10 films shot in New Mexico. Number 10, The Avengers. Shot on location in beautiful Albuquerque studios, this film is really the first one that coined the term cinematic universe. Beginning with Iron Man and going to the Incredible Hulk and Captain America and Thor, that may or may not be the right order. Marvel proves that they're the superior production company when it comes to making great comic book movies. Directed with confidence by Joss Whedon, the film has incredible action set pieces, a light, breezy tone and snappy dialogue, cool characters, good acting, and of course, explosions! And I know fighting a horde of faceless CGI characters is pretty standard and cliche at this point, but let's not forget the way that we felt when we first saw all of these heroes together on one screen for the first time. Number 9, Lone Survivor. From the director who brought us Deepwater Horizon, as well as the upcoming Patriots Day starring Mark Wahlberg, comes another based on a true heroic story starring Mark Wahlberg. I know that Marky Mark is kind of an easy target, but he actually fares really well as Marcus Luttrell, the guy who found himself in this position of having to go and take out this Taliban leader. That's when the mission goes south and now we have this exciting action film. The action is tense, the suspense is constant, and there's this wonderful patriotic feeling to it all that's really quite nice. And the surrounding environment that they all fight in is admittedly beautiful. Honestly, when I think of Afghanistan, I kind of think of the desert, but the action here is shot in the gorgeous mountains surrounded by forest, and it's kind of an ironic backdrop to all the horrific violence that we're seeing on screen. So whether or not you like war films, this is still a well-made, well-shot, and exciting action film that you should certainly check out. Number 8, True Grit. True Grit is a remake of the original John Wayne classic, which follows a young girl whose father was shot and murdered. So she sets out and tracks down the roughened US Marshal Rooster Cogburn in an attempt to catch the murderer. Typically with remakes, there's always this feeling of this is really unnecessary, but what the Coen brothers do here is bring their signature style of kind of weird but still really endearing characters, and they actually improve on the original by giving us an exciting, well-acted, and beautifully shot picture. They also bring the style and intensity that's clearly missing from the original, and I get that John Wayne is John Wayne. But Jeff Bridges fares so well in the role of Rooster Cogburn. There's humor, exciting action, and a slow, beautiful build to every shot. It's a really good Western, a really good remake. You should watch it. Number 7, Observe and Report. Observe and Report follows Seth Rogen as this bipolar mall security cop guy. No, not that one. Who takes it upon himself to cash a flatcher who just recently exposed himself in the parking lot. This movie's fantastic, and honestly, it's a little weird. I don't think it's a film for everybody, but if you have a dark, cynical sense of humor, I think you'll really enjoy it. Aside from the incredible setup, you have Seth Rogen, Anna Faris, Michael Pena, Ray Liotta, and side characters like Aziz Ansari that all bring like a signature, intense humor to this thing. It's dark, it's mean-spirited, it's foul-mouthed, it's full of crude sexual material and humor. It's kind of hilarious. So if you like your humor a little darker and a little bit edgier, you should definitely check this movie out. Number 6, Let Me In. Yet another remake on this list, Let Me In is based off the Swedish film Let the Right One In, about a young bullied boy who befriends a young girl living in the same apartment complex. And she's also a vampire. That's an important tidbit. This is a really carefully, intentionally made film. And that I mean it's kind of slow considering it is a horror film, but there is an incredible payoff as long as you're patient with it. Cody Scott McPhee and Chloe Grace Moretz are both really fantastic in this film. It's shot beautifully and it sticks very close to the original material. I think that kind of helps the film out. There is a little bit of CGI involved, and I think this film is a lot more graphic than the original, and maybe that's why it works so well.